Hello, everyone. This is Pinkie the Housewife. Thank you all for being here tonight with me. I will be carrying this on both of my channels, Pinkie the Housewife and Pink Global. So I got it on both of them today. All right, guys. And I got a great show for you. We got a lot to cover, so I'm not going to waste no time. We're going to go ahead and get into the house rules so we can get started. All right. Let me just move this out of the way so we can get started, guys. I'm just moving things out of the way. All right, come on, let's get started. And I do want to say, welcome to the Pink House. And if you can, everyone, go ahead and hit that like button. That's a way for YouTube to keep me in the algorithm, and maybe they'll send my videos out to people that may like my content. All right, so go ahead and hit that like button for me and subscribe to the channel. All right, and subscribing to the channel and hitting that like button, y'all know that's all free, right? You don't pay for that. That's free. All right, thank you. And thank you, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and get on with the matter at hand. I'm going to put up the trigger warning just in case, because some of this may trigger some people. So I just got it up just to let you know ahead of time. All right. How did this get changed? What the heck my thing doing blue? Pinkie the Housewife label is blue. Lord of mine. Let me. I'll deal with that later. I don't know. How the hell is blue? If I wanted blue, I would have made it blue. No, y'all know I didn't make nothing blue. I didn't make nothing blue. Y'all know I didn't do that. I didn't make nothing blue. No, I didn't. Oh, let me do this first. I'm sorry, guys. When people love to play with you, grown-ups, you got grown-ups that love to play games. Yeah. Ain't got time right now. Okay. Oh, let me go ahead and just do this. We're gonna y'all know how I always like to start off with a video. That's what we're gonna do first. Okay, I got a video for you. That's what we're gonna start from. Make sure everybody's in the chat. Hit that like button coming in. Just hit it before you get seated. All right, just go ahead and hit it. It just makes it easy. All right. Let me go ahead and get the first video out. We're going to be talking about a lot of things today. Okay, we're going to talk about Diddy. Okay, whatever's going on with Diddy. Okay, Celeste, because they already had a funeral. They laid her to rest a couple days ago, and then David. And we're going to talk about the two criminals too at the bottom. The two criminals at the bottom. Only person on this list that I won't call a criminal is Celeste. She's an innocent bystander on this. But the rest of them, and David, because people fooling around with a child. So that's why, that's criminal activity to me. Okay? That's in my opinion. But anyway, so, and then we got the cult leader, David E. Taylor. Not David Taylor, but David E., like the letter E, like E. Taylor. Yeah, we got him at the bottom with all his greedy fist balled up. Look, guys, when I say his greedy fist balled up like this, he doing this. Yeah. Yes, look, his greedy fist always taking people's money. Okay, but we got him. And then we got his right-hand woman. Yeah, Michelle Brannon. Yeah, she's on here too. But all that money seemed like she should have got something done. but I ain't saying what. I'm going to keep that to myself because I'm not here to talk about nobody. I'm here just to report. Okay? Give y'all the news. All right. Hi, Terry. Thank you for coming in, Terry. Pinkie and Chad, did you have a live earlier? No, I didn't. If so, I didn't get the notification. I didn't have one. I was going to do it, but I didn't wake up until 1:15 today. I rolled out of bed this morning at 1:15. I told my daughter, I told her it's 1:30. She said, no, Mom, it's 1:15. I glanced at the clock. I didn't have my glasses on, so to me it was 1:30. She said, no, Mom, it's 1:15. Yeah, I slept good. I slept like a rock today. So that's why I'm giving everybody everything today. Now, I will not be going live tomorrow. If I do, it's going to be in the evening. And if I do, I will have Phoenix as my co-host. So Phoenix, my baby Phoenix, he's only 1 year old. Phoenix said he won, but he can do a live better than anybody he knows. Phoenix said he don't need no help. He don't need no help. He don't need nothing. He don't need nothing. He can do a lot. So these are the people we're going to be talking about today. And so if I do a live, I'm going to have Phoenix on there. He's going to be helping me out with that live. Yes, he is. Y'all know Phoenix is the baby. He is my baby. Let me just let me see. So let me just put this one up here. That's my thumbnail for my other live on Pink Global. Yeah. So let's go ahead and watch this one little video, and then I still got this up. Okay, we're gonna watch this one little video, and then we're gonna get into the story at hand, the matter at hand. Okay. All right. So let me give you all that one little video. Y'all know how I love to do a video at the beginning. I love to throw out a video for you. Okay. So here we go, guys. Then we're going to get on with the matter at hand. Are y'all going to like this? You know, when I come across something, it took me a while because I had like 4 or 5 different videos. I had to pick one of those. So this is the one I saved. I got the other ones. I said to myself, no. When I came across, I said, no, I got to do this one. Here we go, guys. Now, if you cannot hear it, let me know. Let me know. You're breaking up a little bit. I am. I think it's something to do with my mic. Let me just do this here. I'm going to let me ask you, Terry, because I can't ask these people in this house. They ain't going to do it. My daughter is mad at me. I was getting ready to put on some, today, lip primer from SUB. South 7th Avenue Beauty. Lip primer. You all got to get your lip primer. If you want your lips to look like mine, you got to get this look. You got to get this lip primer. I put it on every night before I go to sleep. Yes, I do. I put it on every night before I go to sleep. Lip primer from 7th Avenue Beauty. SAB. Melanie Cherie, she's the owner of the company. Okay, y'all got to go get your. Hey, let me ask you, Terry. Do I sound better now? Because I got my mic right in front of me, sitting right here in front of me. I never like my mic sitting right here in front of me. I don't like it. See here. I normally keep it over to the side to me. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to myself. I'm trying to listen to myself for a moment because I just want to make sure I'm not because my daughter's mad at me, so she ain't gonna do it because she's mad about how many cars we're taking tomorrow. Although we got cars at home, but Those are too big for her. Those are monster trucks, and she wants her. We don't have cars. We have all SUVs or monster trucks and stuff like that, big stuff. And but she don't want a monster truck because you got the climb. You can't just step in. You got to do a lot of climbing up, and I have to have a stool to get her up in there. But she don't want one of those at home. She wants to take another one from here and drive it there. But I'm driving my SUV there, me and hubby, and she wants to drive separately. But we got to bring Phoenix and everybody else, dogs and everybody back. So that's going to be a headache. There, me and hubby, and she wants to drive separately. I am breaking up. We got to bring Phoenix and everybody. Let me check. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. Hold on, Terry. Still breaking up. Let me hold on, Terry. Let me get this straight, because y'all got to remember, my family don't watch my lives. My family don't watch. They don't do YouTube. They don't watch no lives. So if I try to tell them to listen to me to make sure I'm not breaking up, they ain't gonna do it. They don't fool with. But they ain't gonna let nobody mess with me. But they don't watch no live. They don't do that. They don't do none of that. I got to beg them to get my kids to watch my live. I have to pay them. Not even my husband. He don't watch it. The only person who watch my live is Phoenix and the dogs. Now they'll sit right up on my desk and listen to me all day. Let me go find somebody. Let me go in here and pull it up on another spot. I'm gonna bring this damn husband in here. I'm about to get upset. Hold on. Okay. I don't care. Don't worry about it. I'm going to shut it down. You close my door. Terry, like I said, in my house, ain't nobody going to listen to my live so they can see what's going on. I have to pay them and beg them and everything just to get them to listen to see whether I got a problem. So I don't know. I really don't have time for this shit. It's, because I got to get, I was going to do my live. Terry, I'm so sorry. I can't find my husband. I don't know what, he's not at the house. I thought he was here. I went all through the house looking. I didn't go all through the house. I yelled through the house and he didn't answer. I ain't going all through the house. It's too much to go. It'll wear me out. Oh, Lord, am I. I'm about to throw this phone. I really am. See this damn phone here? And I only had it for maybe 3 months. I'm about to take this sucker and put it over there and bust that fucking TV. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. Yeah, I am. Let me call my mother. Let me call this goddamn man. Oh, he pissed me off. Because he know he don't want to piss me off. Shit. He pissed me off. It makes me spend money. He pissed me off. He may lose $100,000 in one night, fucking night. Don't piss me off. You better bring his black ass to me. I'm calling him right now. I'm calling him right now. Hey, where are you? Okay. You sound fine now. I can hear you fine. Let me see. I'm going to take it back some and listen to my. Just want to make sure I'm not. I am breaking up. My daughter's mad at me, so she ain't gonna do it. But she's mad about how many cars we're taking tomorrow. Although we got cars at home, but those are too big for her. Those are monster trucks, and she wants. We don't have. Oh no. We have all SUVs or monster trucks and stuff like that. Oh, I am breaking up. I am. Oh Lord, oh mine. I am breaking up. Okay. That was earlier. Okay. All right. You're not breaking up. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. All right. I've been tired today. Because I've been trying to get ready for tomorrow. Ooh. Okay, let me go ahead and play this video. I hope y'all can hear this video. I really do. This is a video. I like playing videos at the beginning of my live and everything. Hello, Carlton. How you doing today? I love your avatar, the gate. Let me go ahead and play. You're just in time. I haven't started playing. No, this is the first video I'm going to play. All right. And then I'm going to play this video, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the rest of the stuff. I think we may cover Diddy. I know we're going to do David E. Taylor, the cult leader, the apostle. Yeah, we're gonna do him last with Michelle Brannon. We're gonna do them last. Because I got all their interrogation tapes. Well, I better say deposition because he don't like it when you say interrogation. Deposition, interrogation. But anyway, I still got that. I played a little bit yesterday, and so we're gonna do him last. Then we got Diddy, Celeste's funeral, and David. So we're probably going to go ahead and do Celeste's funeral, show what that is after we get through with this, and then the update on David. And we'll do them first, okay? And then Diddy. All right. Here we go, guys. Let me know whether you can hear this or not.
La única comunidad que nos va a sacar de este hueco se llaman los negros
100%.
americanos.
100%.
African American community is the only community that has the power in this country to change anything. They are the only one with the experience of civil matter. They are the only one que tenían el esclavo ahí mismitico. They are the only one that are not going to get deported anywhere, and you cannot put them all in jail. So African American community, which is the community that is stepped on by Cubans, the most are the only ones that are going to save the Latinos. And I clap for the African American community that has not come out because it is not. I do. We didn't do shit for them.
Get it. I get
masses,
it. But I don't.
Me and you support, but in masses, we didn't support anything that was going with them. Latinos look at Cubans specifically. I'm not going to talk about any other community because I'm not part of that community, even though I'm a Latina with them. Cubans talk shit about African Americans. Cubans did not support African Americans. Cubans think that they all victimize themselves, that of this, all of that. African Americans are the only ones that are going to save your asses, Latino. So you better start kissing. If you're going to kiss some ass in this country, you better kiss some black ass. La única comunidad que nos va a...
When I heard that woman talk, first, when I saw the video, I said, oh, no, she's speaking Spanish, so I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what she's saying, right? Then after she got through doing that, she left a little bit. Then she started speaking in English, right? And I said, whoa, where did Pinkie the Housewife? Thank you. You're welcome, Carlton. Yes, you're welcome. I'm happy to see you. All right. And I'm glad you caught my live because tomorrow, I don't know whether I'm going to go live tomorrow. And let me ask you, Carlton, am I breaking up to you or does everything sound good? Because Terry said I sound okay. Sizzling Bunny. Oh, I didn't know you yet came in. I can hear you fine. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. Let me just say, I hope everybody can hear me fine. But when I heard her video, I said, whoa, I must have been on a rock not to hear this, but I don't, but anyway, she speak fast, but I understood everything she said. Okay. And I hope y'all enjoyed that short video. Okay. Let me go ahead and get rid of it. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into our next story. Let me see what it's going to be. It's going to be Celeste. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get into Celeste right now. My prayers go out to the family. And I do have questions about the mama. I really do. I'm not just saying that. I really do got questions. Y'all know that? I got questions. And allegedly, now this is allegedly now. They said her mom wasn't there at her going away service at the funeral. I don't know. I wasn't there. I heard several people say that, but until I heard from TMZ, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull up and see what TMZ got. Okay, this is the Daily Mail here. I'm going to let you all watch this little short clip. This is let me bring it back. This is her. If it's music, I may have to get rid of it. Okay, but this is her casket. She was in a white casket, and then they had a white tent up. It was a private service, away from the media, away from the public, away from everybody except for very close friends and family. Now, I heard that a mother was not there. I'm not sure, but that's what alleged is going on. Okay. And I'll try to find that out. Because if anybody know, TMZ would know. Okay. So, but anyway, here it is, guys. So it's a big white tent up, and I think the hearse was white, and a casket is white. It's not a lot of people there, no big celebrities or nothing like that. You ain't got that. And David was not there. I can understand that. If he was there, I think the whole world would pass out. The whole world would be passing out, because the whole world is invested in this child, that had no arms and no legs when they found her in the trunk of a 2023 Tesla that is registered to David himself. Yeah. And been unalive for a long time, wrapped in plastic, decomposed body. So the world is invested in this young lady. No, she ain't no lady, young kid, because that's what she is. She was unalived at 14 years old in LA. Unalived at 14 years old. Her birthday didn't come until she was found in that trunk of that car. So she was 15 when they found her, but she was unalived at 14. So that 15 don't count. So she passed away at 14. So you don't keep getting older and older. You can say she would have been 15, but she wasn't 15. She was 14. And he started fooling around with this girl, in my opinion, and from everything that I have seen, when she was 11 years old. This girl was at kindergarten, not kindergarten. What do you call that? Elementary school. And let me just say, he have not been arrested. He haven't even been taken down for questioning. Now, where do they do that in? Let an average person be found unalive in your car. Even if you got your legs and your arms, and you just be unalive in the seat, you're going to be taken down to the police station, being held, and you're going to be questioned. So why haven't he been questioned? That's the number one thing. That's the one that we all got a problem with. Why? You won't find out nothing until you question him. So how can you find out what? She didn't do this to herself. You don't cut your own arms and legs off. You don't wrap yourself in plastic and jump in the in the front of a Tesla trunk and close the trunk down on yourself. You can't do that alive. You can't even do that when you're dead. Because ain't nobody going to cut their arms and legs off while they're alive and get themselves in there. No. Police, come on now. Y'all think we boo-boo the clown. Ain't nobody know boo-boo the clown here. So somebody needs to get this ish together. Let me play this video for y'all, because I'm already hot under the collar. Y'all see it? Teen girl found dead in David's Tesla. His lady to rest and funeral. See, that's the tent that they have. They're trying to make sure no helicopters can see, no photographers or anybody paparazzi climbed up in a tree close by, hanging in a tree. That's what they're trying to make sure, or hiding around the tree, video and everything. And if anybody put any cameras out there, like a GoPro or something, that they still won't get it. Or fly, I forgot, because we got one. Oh, I can't remember. The little things, I should know what it is, but we got one. But anyway, they're trying to make sure nobody see. Okay? I can understand that. But that don't mean we don't want no answers, because we sure do. We want some answers, guys. Y'all know we do. Because if I want answers, that means y'all want answers. Because I'm nosy, and I know my people are nosy. They just like me. If y'all ain't nosy, you just a little bit nosy. Just a little bit. Because y'all just like me. We nosy. Yeah, I'm nosy. That's why I get the information for y'all. Because I'm nosy. I want to know. Okay, that's that. Now, let me get on to, this is, I'll just bring it up and let you see. And then we're going to, because I don't understand. I really don't understand. And I'm not trying to hear what the police, LAPD, have not once did a press conference. What the hell wrong with that? Not once did a press conference. And I'm pissed about it. Okay. TMZ released footage from Celeste's funeral today. And our funeral was a couple of days ago at Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary. That's the name of the funeral home. Now, when you go onto the site, you won't find her on there like that, because they've been trying to keep it a secret. So you ain't going to see all that. You can go over there, but you, just like a normal person, you see all the stuff, and you ain't going to see all of that, okay? Unless they did it after they laid her to rest. The reason why I'm thinking they didn't put it in there ahead of time is because they didn't want everybody knowing. Now, they probably put it out later. But, so here it is, guys. I'm going to let y'all go ahead and see this, okay? So you can see them. They're going to be walking it down. I don't know which one of these is brothers or cousins or mama or what. But I heard mama wasn't there. So I don't know. So,
I hope someday I'll make it out.
y'all see it? That's so sad. This is so sad. And y'all got to remember how her body was so badly decomposed. They could not tell when they opened that trunk, whether it was a male or female. They could not tell. That's how bad the body was. But they could tell the clothing, but they could not tell whether it was a male or a female. And you got to remember, part of her was cut off, right? Not on her body. So they not once have we heard that they have found the other parts of her. You know what I mean? We haven't heard that. And so did they just go ahead and do it without the rest of the body? And then if they do find her, then maybe cremate that part, and maybe the family may hold on to the rest of the parts, or if anything is left. I don't know how that would go, but I just pray for this. I just pray that she is resting in peace, just resting in peace, because her mind wasn't developed enough to say yes. So every time he took advantage, I'm not going to say had sex with her, because she's still a child. So every time he took advantage of her, that was a crime. And I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a housewife. But that was a crime. That was a P Fowler. And I saw some videos I have never seen before today. Some where she didn't have nothing over her face, and they're together. She was backstage with him at one of them, and you could tell that was her because she had the little Hello Kitty things on her feet. Yes, and then they was laying down with their heads touching each other, and then they was outside, and she turned around, and you know, and you could. Oh my Lord! I said to myself, "Oh my God." If we can see all this, why don't LAPD, the investigate? Ooh, Lord, y'all, somebody, please make this make sense. Make this make sense.
David brought a casket to every concert of his, where every concert was a funeral, and David told us why he did it. And David's reasoning is even more spookier than I could have ever imagined. And now, after seeing all the evidence that has been pulled from David's house, not only does it look like David is completely cooked, and even more worse, it's concerning that a lot of David's fans didn't even think twice when they saw this casket, because based on everything that I have seen from a David concert so far, all of David's shows seem to have some sort of demonic presence, as well as David having this
his eyes. Did y'all see his eyes? Let me go back.
Sort of demonic presence, as well as David having this weird sort of demonic presence, as well as David having this weird obsession with a David concert so far.
Y'all see his eyes? Now, maybe just me, but his eyes don't look right to me. It's something, I don't know. Now, I'm going to just tell y'all for one thing, there's no way my husband can be walking around with nail polish on and makeup. No, that ain't going to happen. Nor my son, although my son don't wear none. But my son would not, because not around me, he won't. I'm the type of mama, you're going to pull that off right in front of me. I'm going to take that off right now. Although my son is a big son now, he's not a kid no more, but it's called rules you got to follow. Things you got to follow. As long as I still pay for a lot of stuff, as long as I'm still paying for everything, you know, he's not a child. He's grown, but he ain't like at no big grown age. You know what I'm saying? He's not a big grown age. He's a grown child, but not one of them big old ages. He's kind of age group that don't make no sense sometimes. TMZ reporting he put his house in his parents' name. Wait now, he put his house in his parents' name? David had a house too? You're not talking about the one where he was living at, right, Terry? Is this a different house? Oh, are you talking about the house that his parents are living at, the one where that phone call was made? Ooh. TMZ is always on. They be knowing.
All of David's shows seem to have some sort of demonic presence, as well as David having this weird obsession with DEATA, considering that he referenced it so many times in a lot of his songs. Even more insaner, David was obsessed with Hello Kitty. A lot of reports had Celeste last seen wearing these Hello Kitty Crocs, and even more insaner, David's profile picture on TikTok is a DEAD Hello Kitty. And now a lot of people are speculating that David's concerts were a funeral for her. And now every new alleged detail that is coming out about this.
Tell me that ain't a child. That's a child. And to say it was a funeral for her, you can't tell me he didn't know nothing about this or something. He's somewhere in this mix of it.
Is disgusting, and it even makes me more sicker to my stomach seeing this
right
new.
There. That's him, and that was her with the pink sweats on.
Video of what looks to be Celeste going backstage at David's concert wearing those same Hello
Kitty shoes.
Crocs. Now this is all alleged and speculation. Is David cooked? David brought a casket to every.
This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, they had a funeral. Everybody's been reporting on it.
Long live Celeste. They said she was laid to rest about 2 to 3 days ago, man. And after this whole D4D getting pulled off of the case, bro, this is how Hollywood is, bro. This is how HollyNet is. This is how the industry works, bro. They protect each other. And like I told y'all, bro, these record labels, these big companies, Nickelodeon had a whole foot imprint as their sign. What's the name? The actor dude. Has he ever went to jail?
No.
Have you ever seen Daniel Schneider? Ain't that his name? Have you ever seen him get locked up? You didn't had all the cast members get all that footage been leaked, all of that shit, all them testimonies.
What he's talking about is when all y'all probably watched the show, well, all these young actors, you see them from when they was little, like Britney Spears, all of them. I can't remember. What's his name? He's actor. Look, he's a guy that's always telling everybody what that he had sex with the dealer, with this person, with that person. He made love to him and all this and stuff. Yo, put his mom's name in Texas. Oh, you talking about the house where the was mom and dad, the one in Texas? I bet it is in his mom's name. Allegedly, but I bet it is, Terry.
You had Sky Jackson talking about, yeah, Disney Channel weird. I guarantee she sympathized for the situation, but she wasn't no Disney star, none of that. This is just a regular young girl, bro, that wanted to be in somebody's Discord chat, was a fan of somebody, and got lured. This shit fucked up, bro. Niggas want to, oh, well, the police said she didn't do it. I mean, the police say he didn't do it. This and that. Well, the police say he did it. This and that. But it ain't, the law be capped. The law be capped. You want to know the law be capped? Because they smacked your answers on the land to lay laws and say you can't smack nobody. So how? What's going on with that? Long live Celeste. They said she was laid to rest about 2 to 3.
Okay. All right, guys. Oh, that's just hard. I mean, it's been a while now. We went through, she was unalive sometime in August, right? Sometime in August. We went through September. We finished up August with no answers, right? We went through the whole September, nobody being questioned, nobody being nothing. I would think even the manager would be questioned. Have he ever seen them together or somebody? Nobody. It's almost like this child's life didn't matter to anybody. That she didn't belong to anybody. Like she was some free willy child that runs around that didn't have a family. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't make no sense to me. Somebody got to care. Somebody. Oh, Lord mine. These folks have lost their effing mind. So let's the uncle said 2 of his homes in Texas. I don't know if it's the house we saw them in. I'm not sure either. I'm gonna look that one up, Terry. I'm gonna do some digging on that one, okay? For one of my for the next live, because I got this one already jam-packed with stuff. But let me see. I don't know, but I'm gonna have to look that one up. This is Law&Crime Network. This is recently just 3 days ago. They're talking about have David, no arrest for David, but has David been cleared in the mysterious death of the investigation? We don't know, because they're keeping their lips tight and closed. Sure, I get that alert from TMZ. Okay. I'm subscribed to them too. And I do but I get so many of them, Terry. But I don't understand. How can you clear somebody when you haven't even talked to them? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can talk to a person, you may think they're innocent, but then they trip themselves up. When you ask them same questions again and they give you a totally different story, then they haven't even talked to him yet. So I don't have no faith in them right now.
Weren't in any way connected to the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, wouldn't someone have come out with a statement? As we think about the car, the property he was apparently renting, the new footage, the statement from police, we are now getting new perspective on this case from a former detective commander. Welcome to...
I didn't know that. Okay. See, at least somebody getting somewhere. TMZ gets somewhere, and Law&Crime Network, they get somewhere. But
The Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Jesse Weber.
As we continue to cover the investigation into the death of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose body was found in the trunk of a car registered to singer 20-year-old David last month, I want to now get new perspective. And I want to get new perspective, who we're going to bring on in a minute, a retired detective commander. And I think it's important because there are so many moving parts to this, especially since so much has been happening as of late. We learned a new timeline of events. We learned about what was happening with that property that apparently was being rented by David, whose real name is David Anthony Burke, which was reportedly, by the way, near where the car, the Tesla, with Celeste's body inside was found. This property apparently nearby. We learned there was a possibility she wasn't murdered. But here's the thing. There have been no arrests since her body was found in the trunk on September 8th. Authorities have not identified a suspect nor a person of interest. And to be clear, David has not officially been implicated in any wrongdoing or any crime, and law enforcement have not even come out with a definitive connection between the singer and Celeste. But I want to bring on right now Will Svilar, who's a retired detective commander. Will, thank you so much for taking the time. You and I haven't had a chance to talk about this case yet, as it's really in the news. It's continuing to develop. We're trying to understand what's happening behind the scenes. Since you and I haven't spoken, let me get your perspective. Why no arrest? Why not name any suspect? Why not name any person of interest at this point? It's been weeks now, and it's almost, what are we at? Almost a month, almost a full month since the body was found.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I want to be clear on is a crime has been committed.
Yeah.
Now, and the crime is...
And I like the part where he said a crime has been committed. Now, that's one thing I think a lot of us agree on, especially social media. Content creators, bloggers, people on social media, podcasts. That's one thing we agree on. A crime has been committed. So, because the police haven't even said that part yet. LAPD, they haven't said that part yet. I haven't heard anything. So that's my opinion. I haven't heard a word.
Minimum, we call it in Illinois, desecration of a corpse or improper handling of a dead body. Mm-hmm. The girl was put in the trunk of a car, dismembered. Somebody did that. That's a crime. Now, the events leading up to her death and her actual cause of death still has to be determined. And without that, you're not going.
But that is a crime. That is a crime. Her body was dismembered. Her body was wrapped up in plastic. Her body was put in the trunk of a car and left there to decompose. So that is a crime. Mishandling of a body. Somebody had the goals or the devilish. It had to be so demonic in the head to cut up a body. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's no mistake in that. So even if they think he didn't do it, but you still need to question him. You still need to question the people around him or close to him or manage him or somebody. Somebody got to be questioned. You can't just let this go on for nothing and think the American people is going to forget about it. Their parents need to be questioned. The parents, the family need to be questioned. Him, everybody, the manager, all of them people, the people that hang around him, see her all the time. Everybody need to be questioned. That don't make no sense out of. And if that makes sense to you, help me make sense out of it. Put it in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about this, because it don't make no sense to me. Let me know what you think. Put it in the comments. Leave a comment for me. Okay, because this ain't making no sense to me. When it comes to kids, I don't play about kids. especially on something like this.
You get a murder charge. Unless somebody says it's a murder, and that's the medical examiner, you're not going to get a murder charge.
To couple that, we've talked about this extensively here on Sidebar, but I haven't talked to you about it. LAPD Captain Commanding Officer Scott M. Williams told People magazine, quote, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner has not determined a cause or manner of her death, so we don't know for sure if anyone has any criminal culpability for her death beyond the concealment of her dead body. Now, with that in mind, something I don't think we've talked about yet is that Fox 11 LA, they spoke with a private investigator, Steve Fisher, who apparently got his hands on images of that car, the Tesla that Celeste was found in. And remember, this car was apparently sitting there for weeks before it was towed to that tow yard, and then workers there smelled this foul odor and alerted authorities. But it was in the Hollywood Hills. Now, it could suggest she was in that trunk for that extended period of time, too. We don't know how long she was in the trunk per se, but her body was decomposed. Anyway, so Fisher says, quote, the car almost looks like it's been off-road in the desert or something. The wheel wells are all beat up. There's a huge dent in the back. This could have been an overdose, and they panicked and hid her body because they didn't want to expose the relationship between her and the minor. And by the way, she was found one day after she would have turned 15. With that in mind, you had mentioned that a crime has been committed. We're just not exactly sure how many crimes.
That's absolutely true. And that's correct. Everything we talk about now as far as cause of death is speculation until we have some science to back it up. When you talk about a crime, we talk about concealment, the dismemberment, the desecration of the corpse. We also talk about a situation where if they can prove that there's some sort of relationship between a 14-year-old and a 20-year-old, that's a problem for him.
Mm-hmm.
The age of consent in Illinois is 17. You can't give consent at 14 to be with an adult.
Mm-hmm.
There's another crime. That's like the backside of that is another crime. If the LAPD can come up with definitive proof that he was in fact involved in a relationship, he has another problem.
Let's analyze this a bit. What makes more sense to you? Someone panicked, put the body in the car, didn't have enough time to know what to do with it. The car was there for a long period of time, though, so I don't know if that makes sense. Or we're purposely putting it in this car. We know it's registered to David. The car is near where the property he was renting was. There's an argument we're targeting David. I mean, what makes more sense to you?
Well, it's an awful elaborate scheme to target David by a rival or something along those lines to do a murder and then steal his car and then put the body in the car. Now, he never reported this car stolen, so we don't know if there's an auto theft in that. That seems pretty elaborate to me. The girl dying of her natural causes is possible. A murder is definitely possible. And you say the car is found not far from where the house he was renting. The car has been evidence that it's been in the desert off the road. If I'm investigating this, I am trying to find a route from his home to where this body is found and see if there is any, part of the out of the desert or an off-road area where maybe she dies or she's killed. They take her to that spot. They do what they do to her body, put it in the car, and then and then ditch the car. So there's a lot of things that still have to be determined.
So if you're a fan of Sidebar, by the way, then you know we cover a lot of cases and we put out a lot of clips a day. And I will tell you, you might be saying, how are you able to do that? Well, we use a platform called Opus Clips. So if you're online, if you're on social media, this may be of interest to you. It is an all-in-one AI editor that makes it easier.
Now, let me just tell you why y'all watch this clip from David. I agree with the other guy that's being interviewed, because having a relationship with, he's 20, she's 14. That's a crime already. That's a pedophile crime. Okay? That's grooming at an early age. And then decimation of a body. Putting that body in that trunk. Putting it in that car. Something had to happen. Like she couldn't have done it by herself. So even with that, that's enough to talk to him about. And if the officers, with all their means to look into this case, you mean they can't see that? They can't find all the stuff that we can find and they can't find? Something is wrong with that picture. Maybe because she's brown skinned. Maybe that's why they don't want to do too much work. That's just in my opinion. Ain't nobody told me that. I'm just thinking out loud. Allegedly.
Law enforcement hasn't come out and said, what the condition of the car was. But here's the point. When we say there's been officially no identified suspect or person of interest, do you think police really do have somebody? And I guess the bigger question is, and this is a bigger theme I have today, Are they just not making it public? If it didn't involve David at all, in any way, would they say it? Would they say, hey, listen, we want to clear him. At least we'll put out a statement and say at this point in time, David is not connected to this whatsoever. I haven't seen a statement like that. Now, I'm not suggesting that he is. Again, he hasn't been officially implicated in wrongdoing, but would it be typical of police to say if he had absolutely no involvement in this whatsoever, and there's this whole cloud on a lot of public attention, I have to imagine they have more information than we do at this point. Would they come out and immediately, clear him of anything?
It's case by case basis. I mean, if you absolutely know it's not him, you know that. But I can tell you that these detectives are operating on theories too. There's probably 2 or 3 different theories that they're operating under. And I think they're not giving that information that he's been cleared because they just don't know yet. They're still trying to figure out exactly what went down, what caused this girl's death. When we talk about persons of interest, it's kind of a weird statement to use or a weird way to depict somebody as a person of interest in a disappearance. So the girl's been gone, missing for 1.5 years, roughly, I believe is the number. How could you be a person of interest in a disappearance unless you're doing an abduction? And I don't think there's any evidence that she was abducted. It seems like she left under her own free will. So I think there's not a lot of information coming out because they just don't know yet. They're operating under theories, but you can't just, talk about all your theories.
Toxicology testing, other testing, lab reports for cause and manner of death. You've said it so well. Feels very clear that may be the answer for this investigation for a lot of people. Her cause of death has been deferred pending additional testing. What can we expect from that testing? How accurate is it going to be? And I guess the most important question of all is, when do those tests come back and when are they made public?
Well, I don't know when they're going to make it public out there, but I know it takes about 6 weeks, sometimes 6 to 8 weeks for us to get toxicology back on a post. And what that's going to show is levels of alcohol or ethanol in her system, any drugs, any level of drugs, regardless of what it is, they'll test for it. And you will be able to see that if she had a toxicity level high enough to kill her on whatever drug it is. If that comes back positive, or it comes back in a number that would have killed her, now you got a cause. You don't have a manner yet, but you have a cause of death. And manner just means, did she accidentally take it? Did somebody drug her? And again, these are all very, very difficult things to prove in a situation where you've lost a lot of evidence on a severely decomposed body.
Does an investigation get more complicated by what we actually reported in a previous sidebar that, this is being reported by LA Magazine and other outlets, that David has hired a defense attorney, a very prominent celebrity defense attorney, Blair Burke. She's represented Harvey Weinstein, CeeLo Green, Bruno Mars, Britney Spears, Lindsay Lohan. So far, from what we've seen, not entirely sure her role as of yet in this case. I haven't seen any public statement from her on behalf of her client. But when someone, I can't say a subject, I can't say a suspect, I can't say a person of interest, obviously can't say a defendant. When someone has some sort of connection to a case and they hire a criminal defense attorney, does that complicate the role of investigators and how?
It can. It can. And again, if he didn't get a defense attorney in this case, I think he'd be foolish in this situation, because it's not only the death of the girl, but we're talking about the fact that she was a minor, that angle of it too. It can't. And when you have an attorney representing a person of interest or a client, you have to go through the attorney to talk to this person. Now, when you go to talk to somebody, I could go to his house and say, hey, this is who we are. At that point, the person I'm talking to can say, okay, I have an attorney. You have to talk to my attorney. Now, regardless, now we know that people are represented. Doesn't mean we can't talk to them, because the right to counsel has to be invoked by the person who you're talking to. Many, many times we've had lawyers show up when we have somebody in custody and say, hey, I'm this person's lawyer. We'll go in, hey, do you have a lawyer? There's someone out here that says you're your lawyer. You have to tell them that. But that person doesn't necessarily have to say, yep, that's my lawyer. I'm not talking to you. They're the person that has to invoke their right. So I think it's probably a smart move to have a lawyer in this situation. And it can impede law enforcement when they start to do interviews. It doesn't always do that. She may bring her client in. They may speak to law enforcement with a lot of conditions, a lot of things that she'll allow them to answer and things she won't. So it can impede the investigation, but it's nothing they're not used to dealing with.
I want to talk about the property that he was renting. So we know that the Tesla was registered in his name. It was found in the Hollywood Hills. We have also seen reporting that, again, he was renting this property, this mansion nearby. Reporting says $20,000 a month. He apparently broke the lease, moved his stuff out. This came after authorities searched the place, confiscated items pursuant to a search warrant. Well, TMZ is reporting that the owner, Malden Trifanovich, is getting that mansion ready to be back on the market as soon as possible. That someone came by last week to pick up a few things, but anything that was left behind, he's tossing out because he wants another renter in place. Now, TMZ.
Oh, Lord, somebody is getting ready to move in there soon or trying to get it back on the market. Oh, my Lord. You wonder. I guess some people, oh, Lord, there's no way until you, oh, no. Seemed like nobody cared whether she was actually unalived in that place. She could have been unalived in the desert or in the backyard or somewhere else, or maybe in the house, or I don't know, but just me.
He has actually posted photos of a crew apparently tossing out stuff, so maybe stuff possibly belonging to David. Will, I thought that was interesting because does that mean that the house has no more evidentiary value? Why allow this to happen? Why not just it be closed off, make sure nothing happens to it?
That's what
Well, you can only hold people's property for so long. And the whole, always the legal standard is reasonableness, right? Is it reasonable to keep this person's property for so long? You get a search warrant done, you have 96 hours in Illinois to execute that search warrant. If you can't get everything out of there in 96 hours, you have to apply for an extension to the warrant. So it's not reasonable to lock down this person's property. I'm sure they went through it pretty well. And once it's released, it's his property. He does whatever he wants with it.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And that's a good point to make. I did want to talk to you about Celeste, and I want to talk to you about her movements, what may have been going on in her life. So ABC7 has reported that court records show that police in Lake Elsinore, California, showed up to Celeste's family's home multiple times in the last several years. That reporting from TMZ, News Nation, ABC, shows that Riverside County Sheriff's deputies, they were called out to this home, Celeste's home, 11 times over a 14-month period. ABC says that a phone log from the home shows that there are many calls, particularly in 2024, to this home. Many are listed as follow-ups that Celeste's apparent ex-boyfriend told TMZ that she had a tough home life. There is surveillance footage from a liquor store in March of 2024. This is a liquor store that was in the neighborhood where you apparently see Celeste jogging down a street. She turns a corner, disappears from frame. We believe that this is one of her apparent runaway attempts, that while she apparently went missing in April of 2024, there is another video of seemingly Celeste in September 2024 when she's apparently back in this Lake Elsinore neighborhood arguing with people, possibly about a prank at her home. That has shifted the timeline. So, Will, how much of this is doing a deep dive into Celeste's life? Every aspect of it. The surveillance footage, the missing persons reports, what her home life was like. How much of it is the investigation centered on that? And how confident are you that they can track what she was up to before she wound up dead?
I'm confident that if a 14-year-old's missing from their home, there's some things going on in that house. Okay. It's a big part of the investigation. It gives you a little background of her mindset. Her movements are huge. We have to figure out where she was going. Where has she been for a year and a half? How is she making a living? Who's taken her in? All of that is crucial to finding out how she ended up in that car. So yes, the deep dive into the family life is big. All of her friends, the ex-boyfriend, everybody comes into play at this. Talk about surveillance videos of her. Is she staying with somebody around the house? How did she end up with David? All of these things can be put into play, and all these things can be figured out by doing interviews and doing the deep dive that you're talking about. And her personal life and her home life is a big part of that because 14-year-olds aren't on the street for a year and a half by themselves.
Going back to something that you mentioned, talking David here. So Steve Fisher, that PI, this is his opinion, but I'm curious your perspective on it. So he said, quote, "I'm really baffled that he hasn't at least come out," meaning David, acknowledged, said her name, or offered condolences. You agree or disagree with that? Because he's hired an attorney. There could be legal consequences for any statement that he makes. Yeah. You agree or disagree with that?
Well, I'm going to tell you something that a defense attorney told me years ago. Okay. You never have to explain something that you didn't say. So the best thing to do, in his case, is keep your mouth shut. You can't talk about a relationship with a 14-year-old when you're 20. So I think that the silence is probably his best option. That doesn't really surprise me.
I have to get your opinion on this, though. It goes back to the idea, and I mentioned this in a previous sidebar when we first covered it. Is this you know, are we talking about David possibly being targeted, framed, set up? Why?
That's a lot.
So we reported, again, we reported on this on a previous sidebar. You can check it out. But there was a recently released body cam video that points to David's family maybe being the target of some kind of scheme. TMZ obtained this footage, which was taken by police after Celeste's body was found in that car. Officers respond to David's family's home in Hempstead, Texas, because someone had reported there was gunfire.
I'll go out wide and keep you covered. You want to tap the door? Just wait for me, because I'm going to keep you covered. Go ahead. I got you covered. Come right here. Too many windows. Here, knock on the door. Yeah. We got a phone call from here saying that somebody was dead. What? Is there somebody else that lives on this property that has your address? What's your address? No. That's it.
That's it. That's what we got.
We got an address. There was a gunshot and a woman screamed. What? I'm serious. That's why we came up here like this, because then they talked to the caller. Whoever they were talking to said that there's a person dead.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, we seen that video on our last live. Okay, we saw all of that, guys. And you know, mama closed the door on the popo. Yes, she did. She just closed the door. They had the other officer that's down on the ground had to tell the one at the door, knock on the door again, because we can't leave until we make sure there's nothing going on. Nothing happened. So let's get on. But that is sad. That is sad. And I'll just let you all see this right quick, and then we're going to move on. This is News Nation here. What they're saying about the, let me see, Celeste laid to rest a month after remains discovered. And this is dated October the 7th. Today is October the 9th. So she was laid to rest. It says, let me see, right here. News Nation, Celeste, the missing teen who was found unalived in the trunk of a rising musician named David Tesler, has finally been laid to rest. Thank God for that. Family gathered to mourn Celeste Monday at Queen of Heaven Cemetery and Mortuary in Rowland Heights, California. That's according to News Nation affiliate KTLA. Her funeral came a month after police discovered her body in a Tesla that belonged to the singer David, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke. Celeste have been missing from her home in Lake Elsinore since April, which is April, I think it was April the 4th, 2024, when she was 13. Her body was found on September the 8th, and it's still unknown how the teen died. The LA County Medical Examiner listed Celeste cause of death as deferred, and we already saw that because I brought the document up to show that, and request additional testing. So we're still waiting on the toxicology report, guys. And you know, they always can resume a body, take it up if they have to do more, and you can still perform another autopsy on the body, just in case. You all want to know that you can, even after it's been buried. David was on tour when the police contacted him about. He was on tour when the police contacted him about Celeste's body being found, and officers searched his Hollywood Hills home for evidence. I don't understand why they could not bring him in for questioning. That's why they probably ain't getting nowhere. The singer canceled the rest of his tour and is reportedly cooperating with the police. Police have not named any suspect in Celeste's death, and David has not been accused of any crime in connection with her body being found. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and see what's going on with the diddler. Hi, Roxanne. Thank you for being here. David is innocent. Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Well, you are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. That is true. Now, I do want to say thank you and welcome to the Pink House. Now, let's go ahead and get on. I think the next thing we're going to cover is the diddler. It's not much with the diddler, but we are going to talk about the diddler. Let me see what I had on the diddler. And well, you know, he was found guilty of two out of the 5 counts. We already know that he was sentenced October the 3rd and everything. That was on a Tuesday. He was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months with time served. He gets a year. They said it's 14 months, but technically he don't get, that ain't 14 months. He only been in there 12 months. Okay. He was arrested September the 16th of 2024 on a Monday. September the 24th just passed. So 12, 11, maybe going on 13. This will be his 13th month coming up. So, but they give him time served. Okay. So he get time served and everything. And then he's got a $500,000 fine, which is nothing for him. And then that $500,000 is like a drop in the bucket, a couple pennies in the bucket. And then he got 5-year probation that he's going to supervise probation. That means he's going to have to pee in a cup. He can't be found with any firearms, can't be doing drugs, can't be doing notaring, can't be doing none of that. All that freaky party, the freak offs and everything, he can't be doing that. You can't do that no more. You can't. Also, he's going to have to register as a SEX offender. Yes. He's going to have to register as a SEX offender. So there's going to be a lot on his plate that he didn't expect because he's used to running around free willy, like free willy and everything. But he ain't going to be doing no free willy now. He can forget that. Free Willy is over. Okay. Also, this is when it all started. No, that's Don Richards. This is Don Richards. I thought I had to hit the one for Celeste. Not Celeste, Cassie. Cassandra Ventura, which is Cassie. But this is Don. You know, Don lawsuit is still going on. She is one of the girls from Danny DeCane. But he's going to have a lot of problems because he's still got all these other lawsuits that's going on. So even he's spending his time in jail, he still got the answer for those. He still got the answer for those lawsuits. People are still suing him, whether it's criminal or whether it's for damages or civil or whatever. He's still being sued, you know. So, and some people ain't gonna let that go. Just like, in my opinion, Diddy ain't letting nothing go. But I think when I say that, let me just show you what I mean by that. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, don't tell me I just got rid of it. Okay, let me see. Just like all these people here, there was 34 witnesses on the prosecution side. All these people he got to deal with. And to me, I think, in my opinion, I think every last one of them is fearful for their life. Everybody that had something to say, sued him, or testified, or anything, or didn't show up, or didn't put any money on his books, or didn't call him, or reach out, or come to the jailhouse to see him, and all this here stuff, haven't checked on his kids, that everybody that was at that party, they ghost him. I think he got a problem with all of them. Just my understanding. He may have a problem with them. Yeah. This is the suit for Don Richards. You know, one day we'll get into it, but we don't have time to get into it all today and everything. But that's the the Dittler. I was going to say the Dickey docket, the Dittler docket. You know, and even the matter with Tony Busby. Tony Busby versus the Dittler. The clients that he got, and he got a lot of clients and other attorneys, you know. And the one that spoke after his sentencing, what is her name? She's the one that came to the podium after the sentence. I forgot her name. She's representing a Hispanic lady that was going through a custody battle with her ex, a divorce and custody battle or something like that with her ex. I forgot her name. But anyway, he got a lot of people that still got lawsuits on him and everything. And so he's still going to have to answer for those. And when I say a lot, Johnny Theotti, he's still locked up. And I think he's not going to ever get out. He haven't even been to trial yet. He haven't even been in front of the judge, because every time he was supposed to be in front of the judge, the last time not the last time, he's up to go see the judge every month, and every month they cancel it. And I think that had something to do with Diddy, Johnny Theotti, the one that said he was a SEX slave for Diddy and Cassie. That's the one that pow up the Trump Tower and draped the big flag over it. He told everything, and he told the exact same story that Cassie told, the exact same story. And don't forget the guy that's locked up he's in prison too. He's in prison. Johnny Theotti just in jail because don't forget this guy here. Let me show him. Cardell Smith. He's the one that sued Diddy for $100 million. And he won. He won that. But he's locked up in prison. And he's the one that also said that Diddy allegedly SA'd him. Assaulted him. Yes, he did. And not to say I don't believe him. Of course I believe him. He had too much. What man, grown man, is going to come out and say something like that? But he said all this. He's been saying all this way before all the other stuff, before everybody else starts saying this. He's been saying this for a long time. Because we went over the docs. I can't remember the exact date when it started. But remember, I went over those, all those docs of his. We went through those paper, page by page. And maybe I'll bring up a couple of them later, but not today. One day we may just go back and do a whole video on all the lawsuits. Because I would say majority of those lawsuits. You know, I already got the docs. So we can go back and do a couple of them. Even don't forget Little Rod. Don't forget him. He's the music producer that he said Diddy never paid him all this time. He worked for Diddy. He put out that Love album, and Diddy never paid him. So don't forget. And then don't forget, it's just so many. It's just so many. I just haven't even can go through them all. This is Johnny Theotti. This is him. He's the one that got pow-powed in the leg three or four times. I think 3 times in the leg, trying to get away from the popo in the Trump Tower, running up the stairs and everything, trying to get away. And then he just gave up. Jonathan, yeah, he just gave up. He said, oh no, they're going to catch me anyway, so I'm going to give up. Because he knew he wasn't going nowhere. He knew he wasn't going nowhere. And then you got all these other young girls. The girl from Syracuse University. It's just so many. I can't even name them all. I cannot name all these folks. It's just a whole trail. You got her. And this, so I don't have my glass on. This is McKinley. Remember her? So I'm gonna go through all these one day. I really want to take time and go through all these because a lot of them I have not had time to do, but I will. I do plan on doing the rest of them and everything. It's Crystal McKinley. That's her. Yeah, so you can get a better picture of her. Here she is right here. That's what she looks like. Yeah. So we're going to do all of that. But let's see what we got right now on the Diddler. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull up the video for him. The latest on the Diddler. Here we go, guys. And this is, when I pulled this up, it said 3 hours ago. So this is probably a little over 4 hours ago now. So this is sometime today, put it like that. Sometime this evening. It was sometime this evening when they dropped this. Okay, Diddy Freakoff's videos will remain in federal custody. Ooh, I know he hate that. Because you never, Diddy, you're not going to get your videotapes back. Your Freakoffs, you're not getting them back. They say they're going to keep those. And you never know what pervert. There are perverts everywhere. Who did I say that? There are people like that everywhere. And you never know who's sitting up and watching that video and they ain't got nothing to do but eat some donuts. You never know who's just sitting around just eating donuts. Oh, my Lord. We're going to hear what he got to say right quick. Because instead of reading all this, we're just going to let them do the talking. Okay? Breaking down the Diddy prison sentence. Okay, but they breaking down the sentence. But they supposed to be talking about the tapes. Let me just see. Okay. I guess they're going to talk about it all. Let me just say this right here at the bottom, where it says judge responds to Diddy request to serve sentence at Fort Dix. Guess what? Guess what, guys? I read this earlier. Okay. Combs, let me pull it up so I can see it a little better. Okay. Combs filed several. Okay. Oh, Lord, let me film. Okay. I had to look close. Combs filmed several SEX encounters he dubbed freak-offs or hotel nights between his former partners and male escorts, according to the testimony for several witnesses during his trial. The photo was signed off by Combs, his attorneys in the prosecution. Combs was sentenced to 4 years and 2 months in prison earlier this month after being convicted in July on 2 counts of the transportation to engage in prostitution under the Mann Act. He was acquitted on the more serious charges of racketeering and SEX trafficking. At the center of a months-long trial earlier this year, Combs' clout and celebrity were put in focus around accusations of human trafficking and prostitution. During his sentencing hearing last week, Combs issued several apologies, including to his former partner, Cassandra Ventura, Cassandra Cassie Ventura, her family, a woman who testified under the pseudonym Jane, and all victims of domestic violence. And, you know, although Jane testified, you know who I can't get out of my mind is the other one. What's her name? I'm going to bring up the thing so y'all can see who I'm talking about. I can't forget her. Mia, that's her. That's who I stays on my mind a lot. Her. I don't know why, but I guess her testimony was so heartbreaking. It was just hard to fathom, hard just to hear it, just to see her. It was just hard. I don't know what was it hard for you all, but it was just so heartbreaking to me. And that's one of the people that, to me, it's hard for me whenever I think of that about the trial or people testifying. I think of her. That's who I really think of. I think of her all the time. Mia, the ex-assistant. I think of her all the time when, but just knowing that he's in here until he's been transferred to the prison. You know, he already put his request in that he want to go to Fort Dix. So we'll see. We'll see. But she's always one of the people that's on my mind. And there's another person, because since his trial, people asked before his trial, but since his trial, this here young lady here that he claimed to have adopted, and I found that not just strange, but I didn't believe it, because her story, as she was explaining it, was totally different than the way Diddy said. And then Diddy had to correct her. And then if y'all ever heard the story, I don't know, have y'all ever just really listened to it? Fort Dix, New Jersey. Okay, that's in New Jersey. And it's how close? Well, New Jersey to Miami. Or is that the closest one to where, because, you know, his kids is in Miami. His house is in Miami. I wonder how close that is. I don't know. Thank you, Terry. But I always wonder, and since his trial, and since he's been sentenced, people still wondering what happened to her. Eva. I think it's Eva, her name. Because she claimed, it was a claim that he picked her, saw her walking down the streets, and he picked her up and put her in his car. If a black man do that, you're going to be arrested for kidnapping. And she's a child too. Oh no, you don't go tell no story like that. That's crazy. But anyway, I digress. Okay. All right. Now Combs said, testified on the women testified under the pseudonym Jane, and all the victims. He apologized to her, Cassie, and all the victims of domestic violence, like he cared. He was just saying whatever he think the judge want to hear, so he can try to get off. That's what I think. My actions, did he go on to say my actions was disgusting? Same thing he said during that live video that he made when he was apologizing. Y'all remember his apology video. He said the same thing. He apologized. He said my action, he was disgusted with himself. He was effed up at the time. But then if you was all that at the time, but you still did a lot of violence to women during that time. Yes, he did. He kept doing it. Even while he was under investigation. He still did it. And he was apologizing for beating Cassie during this time. Let me just show you guys. Y'all remember this. He was apologizing to Cassie for what he did to her. Let me just bring that up and show it to you. Y'all remember this when Cassie was running in the hotel running to the elevator to get away from him, and with no shoes on. No shoes on. And looked like she just threw something on just to get out of there. Just threw anything on. That means that was a woman running for her life, fearing for her life. She wasn't trying to get all nice looking just to get out of there. No, she was fearing. She was running. She was running for her life. But he was still doing things while he was under investigation. That don't make no sense to me. No sense at all. But sometimes you just keep doing things until you get caught. And he didn't know that video from CNN was going to be dropped. He did not know that CNN video is going to be dropped. And when it dropped, that's when he made that, "Oh, I'm sorry" video. Oh, no, he didn't say "I'm sorry." He said he was messed up. He was messed up. No, I don't think he was messed up. I think he just got caught. That's what I think. Okay. Now, Combs going to say, "My actions were disgusting, shameful, sick. I was sick." Combs said, "I'm not this larger than life person. I'm just a human being. I just got lost in excess. I got lost in my ego." Yeah, you had a big ego, all right. I had nobody to blame. I have nobody to blame but myself. He continued, I know I'll never put my hands on another person again. I know that I have learned my lesson, and I take full accountability and responsibility for it. But he said he would never put his hands on another human being. Is he talking about women and men? Because he do both. He put his hands on a lot of people. He put his hands on a lot of people. And if that was the fact, when he made that apology video, why didn't he take accountability for it then? What happened to accountability then? Y'all know what I'm saying? What happened then? So I don't know. I don't know where he's coming from and everything. Hi, sweet tea. I'm in the bushes and I'll be doing a replay. Okay, sweet tea. Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. Like number 14. Okay, thank you. I think Diddy just trying to pull the wool over somebody. That's all. He's just trying to find another way to get out. And he's going to keep saying that same old dance and that same old story until people believe in him. Just like the orange-haired man, you keep saying the same thing over and over, people start believing you. But not the people that got sense, the crackpots, the crackerheads. I said crackerheads. I don't mean cracker pots. I don't mean cracker. I mean crackerheads. I just made that up right now. Okay, so, oh Lord, I tell you. Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead, since we don't have long, let's go ahead and get, let me just show you all this. Okay, now we did talk a little about Diddy. He wants to go to Fort Dix, and I think it was, who just told me where it was. Let me just tell you who that was. That was Terry in New Jersey. And I didn't know that. I'm glad you told me that, Terry. Thank you. And so that's where he put a request in to go, right? Not to say that he, but anyway, I guess he wanted to try to be, instead of way up in New York, closer down, at least closer to his family. So we just got through talking about Diddy. We did talk about Celeste. They laid her to rest. Okay, she's laid to rest, and it was a private going away funeral just for close friends and family. And allegedly, word on the street, her mom wasn't there, but I don't know for sure. But a lot of people have been mentioning her mom wasn't there. David was not there. David is laying low. He have not been arrested or nothing, not even been interviewed. Now we're getting ready to talk about these two crackpots down here. We got David. There's another. He's a cult leader, another big schemer. And then we got his right-hand woman, which is Brannon, Michelle Brannon. Let me show y'all a picture of these two fools right here. David, let me bring this down so y'all can see them better. See their name. David Taylor, David E. Taylor, and Michelle Brannon. That's who we're getting ready to talk about right now. Yeah, these two. And y'all, like I always said, I got their interrogation video and everything. So we left off yesterday with David and his crazy self. We have not done his crazy sidekick yet. We haven't done her yet. Michelle. Let me bring up her by herself so y'all can see Michelle Brannon picture. Oh, where is she? She's way down here. Oh, Lord. Let me bring up her picture because she thinks she's going to hide from people. No, you ain't hiding, woman, because you just as part of this, just as David. And you the one help these people and got these people living and working for free. Slave labor. Yes, you are. And let me just drop this so y'all can see her full name. She was David's right-hand person, personal servant. Yes, she was. That's her. Like I said, she ain't getting away. We ain't going to miss you. We're going to talk about you too. Okay? Yes, we are. So let's go ahead and finish watching the last of David's. But we're right where we left off yesterday. This is actually where we left off. I did not change it or anything. I did not even take it down because I wanted to stay here where we left off at. So we're going to pick up what we left off. And we don't have long left. We left off at 50:33. And I wrote it down, 50:33. That's where we left off at. And that's where we're going to we're going to start at the same place. So I didn't even touch it. I just left it like that. So we're going to go ahead and pick up here. Hopefully we can finish this one here. Because remember, it's several tapes. Remember, I told y'all it's a whole list of them. And I think we're just on tape number 4. Because remember, we did 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3, I think. And this should be 4. But anyway, we got a lot to go. Here we go.
Okay, so
I want to finish up this one so we can get to a new tape. Or after we watch some of his. What I want to do next time I go live is just focus on these. Do a whole tape of his and then do one of hers. Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Center is in Chesterfield, Missouri.
Chesterfield, yes.
And it's actually what had been used as a home by people previously. It's not an office building or.
Oh, no, it's not in a business center area.
Okay.
It's in a residential area, but it's remote. It is not like upon, it's spacious, so you can understand what I'm saying.
Well, it says it's 8,204 square feet.
Yes.
Okay, and you told me the owner was
Harold Lewis.
Harold Lewis, and,
Yes.
and who is Harold Lewis?
He is a sports agent. For many years.
Does he reside in that house?
No.
And do you know where he lives?
Yes, but I can't give his address. I don't know that information.
What city or what state?
Oh, Lake St. Louis.
Lake St. Louis?
Yes, Lake St. Louis. That's another suburb out by Chesterfield.
So is it Lake or St. Louis?
Maybe, what did I say?
You said Lake St. Louis, which I didn't think made sense.
Now,
Yeah.
let me just say, for anybody new to watching David E. Taylor, the cult leader, the man that says he's Jesus' best friend first. He said he's Jesus' best friend and he talks to Jesus on a regular basis, and Jesus is just like he's talking to you right now. You standing right in front of him. That's how Jesus standing right in front of him. And then he also said, God, he sits in God's lap. Now, I don't think God want a grown man sitting in his lap, though, but I digress on that. But he said he sits in God's lap, and God is physical, just like you see yourself. And he sits his big overweight butt in God's lap. Yes, he did. So you see him talking real quietly and like this, and like he don't remember stuff. That's an act. Because if you follow my videos, you see how he really talks to his congregation, his people. He talks to them like they dirt dogs, and loud, and cuss them out, and fuss at them, and treat them like they animals. Yes, he do. I'm just letting you know. Don't fall for this.
I'm probably quoting that wrong. It's an area. It's like a suburb, and there's Lake. I think it's Lake St. Louis.
He always said that he thinks, he's not sure. Oh, I just don't remember. Oh, I just don't know. This is all an act for anybody that don't know. Don't fall for this cockamamie bull. Okay? I didn't know I said that one, but I did.
I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but I know it has Lake something in it.
So you're purchasing this home from Harold Lewis?
Yes. The ministry is. Not I, the ministry.
And
you can't take it for you, Terry. You know, Terry. You know that is not his real voice. He don't talk like that. You know. Oh, did I say that? Oh, what did you say? You know he don't talk like that. This man talks like a big bully, like a hippo.
When you say it's remote, how do people get there then?
I mean, it's not just, it's a gate.
Gated community?
Yes. Not community. The house is gated.
How many nights a year would you say that you sleep there?
Oh, I don't know, because I'm always traveling on the road.
You can approximate.
And I'm in.
Hey, we heard this part before. Terry, sweetie, y'all, Colton, have y'all heard this one before? We ain't heard this one before. Or unless they're talking about another house. Because she had asked this question before, how many nights you sleep there? And then he acts like he just don't know because he travels so much. And then he's going to tell a woman, be direct or specific on what you're saying. Oh, I think we hadn't heard part of this before. Look, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to speed it up just a little while because I'm going to put it at 1 minute, 1 hour. Because I think I hadn't heard that part. If not, we can always go back.
Is that where you see them?
Well, you asked about how often I go to residential center. You didn't ask about the apartment.
No, I
So
asked
that's where
about
we really
both.
stay. Well, no, you weren't specific about the apartment directly. The time we have there. Your questions was about the residential.
I asked both, and you said in about 3 months you
See,
probably
didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? He telling her what she asked, and then she said no. She asked both. She did because I heard it. She did. He just trying to pull a boo-boo rain on her. That's all. He thinks she's Boo-Boo the clown. He always pretend like he forget he don't know.
They're about 10 times, and you paid $900 a month in rent.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought she was asking about the residential center. No. When I'm in town, it's more than that there at the apartment where I pay $900. I thought she was speaking of the residential center. I'm sorry.
Okay, so at the apartment, in a 3-month period of time, how often do you think you stay there?
I try to make it back every weekend. So in 3 months, you would say out out of 12 weeks, you would say maybe 12. No, maybe, I'm sorry, 11 at the most and 9 at the least if I'm really busy.
All right. So when you said 10 times in 3 months, that's kind of accurate then, isn't it?
Yeah, but I thought I was referring to that was really another amount for the residential center to check on things. Yeah.
All right. So the residential center, you also spend approximately 10 nights in a 3-month period of time?
Not really, no. I was referring to maybe going there. That's what I thought you were referring to. So.
Not sleeping there?
No, but I have slept there sometimes.
Are you the caretaker of the residential center?
Well, I'm the caretaker, but I have helped my staff.
Wait now, why did he have to think about that? She asked you directly, are you the caretaker of the residential center? Or that center, right? And he had to think, it's like, okay, let me think. Let my mind go way over there and think. No, caretaker. He know what the goddamn word caretaker means. He's just trying to play her for a boo-boo to food. He's trying to act like he don't know. He's trying to act like, oh, I don't know. He play crazy. He's trying to play crazy and dumb. He know what, but then he said, oh no, I have help. He got people that help him. That means, are you the help? Lord, this man trying to play crazy. I can't stand nobody trying to play crazy. See, I call him out quick.
Yes. So I usually will have them go out there and take care of things when I'm gone. So
when you
I don't
refer
know
to
if I could say I'm the caretaker because I'm always gone. So I have a staff that really.
So what the
sees
hell?
to it.
Why would you be the
Who's your
caretaker?
staff?
So why do you have to think about the David E. Taylor? Why did you have to think about whether you are the caretaker? Are you the caretaker? Why did you have to think about that? If you got people in place to do that, so you didn't have to think about that. I could have told him that. I could have answered that question for him. Hell no, you're not the caretaker, ninja. Because you got the people doing it for you for free. You don't even pay the people that do take care of the place. Like you don't pay nobody to do anything. You got slave labor, excuse me, guys.
You refer to him doing that.
It's a list of people.
Where's the key to the place kept?
With the caregiver, the person who we have look at the place.
All right, who is that person?
James Gregory.
And is he on staff
Yes. Mm-hmm.
with JMMI?
Mhm.
You have to answer yes or
Yes. Also. Yeah.
And is he volunteer or paid?
Volunteer at this time.
And he has the key in his possession.
Yes.
Who is the mother of Isaiah Webster?
Monica Webster.
Where does she live?
In Washington State.
What city?
I'm not sure now. It was Tacoma.
West Tacoma?
How the hell I think that's one of his baby mamas. I think. You know what city? See, this is what I be talking about, guys. This man try to play her for boo-boo to food. She do this all the time. Let me just let this play because this man gonna make me snap on him.
Yeah.
Were you married to Miss Webster?
No.
He got all these baby mamas.
Do you have any kind of custodial relationship with
He's a
Isaiah?
apostle, man of God.
Yes.
But
And
all
what
these
is
baby
that?
mamas.
Just, I'm his father.
Y'all know who he remind me of? Dr. Umar Johnson. He's not a doctor though. But Umar Johnson got all these baby mamas and then trying to tell black men not to marry or date or fool around with a snow bunny But you fool around with the bunnies before, and allegedly. But then also you tell them to marry these queens, but you haven't married none of them baby mamas, have you? And you're a deadbeat daddy. He's Umar Johnson is a deadbeat daddy, allegedly, but ain't no allegedly to it. But I got to say allegedly. But he's a deadbeat dad, and then he sleeps with all these women and get them pregnant, and then he don't even marry them. And then he talk about them, and he ain't got no warm relationship with none of his baby mamas. You hear me? Mamas, baby mamas. Okay? More than one or two. Okay, 3. But anyway, he ain't even got no relationship with none of them. He talks about them all like a dog. But then you trying to tell black men what to do with their black women, right? Hypocrite.
And I have the rights to see him and have him. So.
Okay, but what I mean by custodial relationship, do you have any kind of joint legal, joint
no.
physical?
You know what that word means.
Nothing on paper?
No.
You got to answer not.
No.
Okay, so when was the last time you saw him?
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. But can you call yourself an apostle over hundreds of people, thousands of people, and you don't know what that word means? And you got all these kids that you never was married to. You know what that word means. Yeah, every time she asks him something, he act like he don't know what it means. Man, get a dictionary. He trying to act like Wanda. Like he don't know what stuff means.
It's been a while now.
What would that be? Just approximate.
Maybe a year. Yeah.
Are there court proceedings related to this child? Paternity, child support.
Oh yeah, child support.
You pay child support?
Mm-hmm.
You have to answer, I'm sorry, yes or no.
Yes, I do.
And how much do you pay in child support?
$450.
$450
a month. Yes.
a month?
Mm-hmm.
And what about the 2 other children?
$750.
$750 a month for Joshua and Destiny?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And were you married to their mother?
Yes.
I'm sorry. And her name was Tabitha.
Yes.
And when were you divorced?
In February of 2010.
And in what county and state?
St. Louis. All these questions necessary.
I placed a standing objection on the record.
Okay. So I have to answer, or do I still have to answer?
You have to answer the question.
I would just note that you're having a conversation with the deponent, just for the record.
I'm indicating that he has to answer the questions.
Okay. Oh, I'm going to go back on this. So when someone says to you, where is your residence, is, well, tell me what your answer is.
I let them know where I live.
And where would you say that is?
My apartment, 208 Victory Way Lane.
Okay, so that would be where you actually reside. I'm sorry, reside.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
And what address is on that?
2008 Victory Way Lane.
And when you refer to your babies, your 2 teenagers, do they live primarily with their mother? If you're traveling so much?
Well, she has them if I don't, come back like in 1 week or so. Of course, they're with her, but we have joint custody. So she has them half of the week. I have them the other half.
Except you say you travel so much that you're not really around.
And what I did tell you, I try to come back like on the weekends. That's what my time is.
So do you see your children every weekend?
Mostly.
Okay. And that would be in the apartment?
Yes, or wherever we go, they've come out to the residential center too. So
To sleep overnight?
yeah, they have done that before.
Now, has Debbie Frazier ever been to the residential center?
Is that something I should answer, or yes, she has.
And when was that?
When was the last time? I think the 4th of July was, no, I don't. I'm trying to remember if the 4th of July was the accurate time, because we had the staff out. So I think she was there.
And would she have swam in the pool there? Pardon me?
I'm not sure.
Are there dogs there?
Dogs?
Yeah, are there ever dogs that are at the residential center?
No.
So when Debbie Frazier goes to St. Louis, do you know where she goes or stays when she's there?
No, I don't know all of that information. I know when she has come, people from my staff, when we do crusades, they stay in a hotel. Yeah.
What do you mean when you do crusades?
Well, I do crusades all over the country. So if I carry our team to St. Louis, of course, we've done that, where we have a bigger crusade than the team from Taylor and Arizona and other places come in, and they get hotels.
How many times do you have crusades in St. Louis?
Guys, let me just say this. We only got a few minutes left on this one here, about 8 minutes left. We're going to finish that 8 minutes next live. I'm going to leave it right here. So we're going to finish that 8 minutes on this interrogation. Deposition. He wants us to say a deposition, but we're going to. And also, that's when we're going to go ahead and do the other person. What's her name? Michelle Brannon. We're going to do her interrogation video. We're going to do hers then. Here it is right here. We're going to do hers too. We're going to finish the 8 minutes on him, and then we'll jump into hers because we haven't seen any of hers, and then we'll do another one of David's. Okay. So, and look at what's over her right shoulder. Y'all see that? Apostle David E. Taylor coat watch. I just found that so strange. But guys, we do have to be leaving. I do have to end. All right, guys, because I got to get some sleep for the night. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting me. And I keep up on what's going on the street so I can bring it to you. Bye-bye, guys. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.